Hi everybody, I'm New Age Surf Alarm, and this is going to be Fun Facts, Episode 3. Today is Friday, and I'm out of work for the day. So, here's some fun facts. First of all, I know a lot of my viewers are players of Minecraft. Now, I want to show you what happens when you become addicted to Minecraft and you play it for hours every day. Not only do you not get work done that you need to get done, but this happens. This is a wrist brace, okay? I developed tendinitis of both of my wrists, okay? This one's healed, this one hasn't. So, when you develop tendinitis, the best you can do is take some Aleve, put ice on it, and wear a brace for a long time. You have to wear this brace for weeks for it to get better. It sucks. It absolutely sucks. So, if you're going to get addicted to Minecraft, just beware. This could happen. Okay. Anyway, so today I'm going to tell a couple stories about some crazy crap that I've seen in the field. And maybe just a couple of random stories too. Okay? So the first story that I'm going to tell was on a day of a system replacement that we were doing in a high-rise apartment building. This is going to be a short story. It was an old system for the 70s where they had lights. They had light plates, the Space Age Electronics AB34 light plates. Only, they had them in some of the apartments because it was handicapped at the time. They put lights in them. And guess what the horns were? The original horns died, so the building maintenance person put Gentex mini horns behind them that were zip-tied to the retrofit plates because he couldn't screw them in. I thought that was kind of silly. So, yeah, the maintenance guy wasn't really that great at wiring, I guess. So, also in that building, saw a couple of weird things like Simplex device that doesn't belong. Like, Simplex actually had the service contract for a while, and they put their own devices in. And then, the company I work for got it, was doing the system replacement. Another company had attempted to install a system in the building, but totally failed at it. Like, some weird thing happened and they lost the bid, but they already had the panel in. They already had part of the replacement done. They had put in a panel to monitor the sprinkler valves. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about flow switches for each floor, or sections of each floor, and tamper switches for the shutoff valves. That's what was being monitored by this panel. And their plan was eventually to do the whole system with that panel, but it never happened. So, failed. Anyway, we did the system upgrade, had to tie the panels together. Ended up well in the end, but caused a lot of frustration. So, this person in front of me would speed up, speed limit 60. So, and everyone's passing me in case you can't see out the window. So, the next crazy thing I've seen. I did a horn strobe test on a Simplex system once. And this was in a hospital, of all places. So, when you find out what the story is, you'll probably feel bad for the patients in this hospital. The original panel in the building was a Simplex 4120 panel. And it got replaced with a 4100U info alarm panel. Now, info alarm panels are the ones with the large rectangular display that shows lots of information on it, instead of the two-line display like the normal 4100U has. So, old system with a new panel. Now, because it's a hospital, they decided to install chime strobes. However, Simplex never had a chime strobe of their own until recently, so they had to install Siemens MTL horns, the 8-tone horns. And what they did was they set them all on chime. And for those that don't know, the chime tone is a high-pitched screech that absolutely hurts people's ears. It absolutely sucks, okay? It's like, something like that. Ow, that hurt my throat. So, high-pitched screech. Now, in order to not annoy all the patients at once, we decided to do floor by floor by selectively turning on the knacks. Multiple knacks per floor. Because Simplex panels allow you to turn on knacks selectively instead of all at once if you wanted to. So that's what we did. Did the basement first, it was fine. Set off the devices, take a walk around. Turns out a couple of them were set on horn, so they weren't all on chime. But it was the basement, so I guess it was okay. Get back to the panel and turn it back off. So then I go up to the second floor along with the hospital maintenance personnel. We split up to cover all of the building at once to keep those signals going for the shortest amount of time. I give the go-ahead signal to my partner who's in the basement at the panel. He activates the first floor circuits, so we start walking around, make sure everything works. We meet in the center of the building. I say, okay, we're done. And a couple of seconds later, he silences. Took him a little while because the panel is slow and stuff. Had to find the right circuit numbers. So that went well. Get up to the second floor, and we're going to do the same thing. Split up. They go to one section, I go another section. Then on the radio, all right, go ahead and turn on the signals. That was a really long delay because he's trying to find the correct circuits to turn on. He eventually finds the right circuits, turns them on, walk around the building, the noise is going, and yeah. So they're like, all right, we're done now, and they don't stop. Take a little longer, still aren't stopping. They're still going. So they say, you got a problem? And he's like, yeah, they're not stopping. I'm like, okay, well, keep trying, I guess. Okay, so they're not stopping. So I start heading down to the panel to try to give him a hand to see if he's doing something wrong on the panel, which he was doing everything right. The panel said system normal, so the circuits should have been off, and it should have been ready to sound if they needed to. Panel said system is normal, but what's happening, okay? So, he does the thing you should do whenever a Simplex system malfunctions. Have you tried turning it off and on again? So, he killed the power to the panel completely, shut it down, totally off, killed the system basically, and then fired it back up. Let the panel reboot. Everything was normal after that, no more noise. So, then we eventually got through the rest of the building, and the panel didn't give us any more problems after that. So, yep. Whoa. Alright. The sun is shining back there, and you can't see me. Because the sun is shining just right. That's okay, it'll go away, I'm sure. Oh. Alright. Anyways, so, yeah, we got through that building. And in the end, it worked out well. Okay, next story from the field. And this isn't really crazy crap I've seen, it's just interesting places I've been to. Okay? One interesting place I've been to was a museum for children. Now this had, I mean, I'm not a kid, but it was still interesting. I want to take my nephew there. I had one kid ask me, can I pull the fire alarm? He asked me if he could pull the fire alarm since he saw me testing. And his mom said it was okay, so he asked me. I said, go ahead. So, notifier BG10. He goes, he's like, yay! Future alarm obsessed person, I think. Anyway, so, yeah. Now for the piece of resistance with the crazy crap I've seen. This was another Simplex system. Old notifier system got replaced by Simplex, unfortunately, for the customer. As you know, Simplex is Simplex. And hold on a second, I need to check one thing. Oh boy, the highway's jammed. Okay, taking my alternate route to go home. Okay, so the Simplex system. Go to the building, and this is a school, and this was during the summer. They had a scheduling error, and there was a summer camp in the building. So, we had to work around the summer camp for a little bit. We were sent over there to test only the horn strobes because the initiating devices had been done a couple of weeks ago. They just couldn't do the horn strobes on the same day because the summer camp was there. Now, the summer camp was there again, so we had to work around them. They couldn't reschedule it again. So, for the course of action, we decided to put the panel into walk test mode and walk around the building. Audible walk test. Okay. Beep, 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 log into the panel. Okay, we're in walk test now. Alright, go over to the one end of the school, hit a pull station. Horn strobes sound like they're supposed to. That's good. Speaker strobes sound like they're supposed to because the gym actually had voice evac, but the rest of the school didn't. So, that worked fine. Okay, great. Move on to the next pull station. Sound it off, and it alarms. Signals sound? Okay, great. Move on to the next one. Hit it. Everything sounds fine. Okay, great. Move on to the next one. Alright, we do the fourth one. Click. Signals sound. Couple seconds are going, they're going, they stop. Okay. Sounds like it worked. Do a next pull station. Nothing. Nothing happened. Absolutely nothing. Reset the pull station, try it again. Nope, nothing. Okay, might be a bad pull station. Go back to the previous one, which we know worked. Hit it again. Nothing. Alright, go back to the panel. Panel says it's a walk test, ready to sound. So, holy crap, that's a lot of political signs. I wish you could see this. Anyway. I wish I could record 2 views at the same time, because the iPhone has a front and a back camera. So I wish you could see what I'm seeing out the windshield. Maybe I could get a dash cam and overlay it or something. But anyway. So moving on. Okay. Go back to the panel. It says it's ready for walk test. Hit a pull station, the panel beeps. Nothing happens. Reset. Okay, well, let's take it out of walk test and put it back in again. See if that fixes it. Take it out, put it in. Try it again. Nothing. Try it again. Nothing. One more time, just to make sure. Nothing. Okay, take it out of walk test. Time for plan B. Now, plan B was to sound off the signals, walk around the building, and quickly silence them. Okay. A little bit of annoying to the summer camp, but they'll just have to deal with it because our original plan wasn't working. Alright. So, that's what we do. I go to one end of the hallway, I hit a pull station. The system goes into alarm, okay? At first, it sounds fine. The horn strobes are doing code 3. The speaker strobes are doing their code 3 tone. And everything sounds fine. About 30 seconds later, though, the horns stop. Everything stops. Then they start again. Then they stop. Then they start again. Now this time, this is what they sound like. Okay. And the strobe lights are going blink, 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 blink. Out of sync with all the strobes were completely out of sync. All the horns were completely out of sync. So this is where it gets crazy now. Go to the panel and press silence. Panel says alarm silence in progress. And then it says alarm silence complete. And then the horn strobes are still going erratically. Strobes still flashing bad, horns still going erratic. Okay? So, what now? Do a reset. Okay, reset. System reset in progress. About 30 seconds later, the panel says it's normal. System is normal. Horn strobes are still going erratic. Strobes still flashing like crazy. And then about a minute and a half later, everything's quiet. Panel's normal. Okay then. That's not right at all. So, move on, try another circuit. Same erratic operation. Do a reset like before. Only this time they don't stop. So, my coworker who I was working with, he cuts the power to the panel, like disconnects the AC volts. Just like that. Now the panel's totally dead, no power to it. He plugs it back in, panel boots back up, and it says system is normal. So do the rest of the building, try walk test again. Put in a walk test, hit the pull station, everything sounds fine. To the next pull station, total silence. Nothing's working. Okay. Plan B time, take it out of walk test, put it into horn strobe mode, go from there. Sound off the signals. They're going code 3. Strobes are perfectly in sync. I walk around the building, make sure everything's working. Okay, you can silence now. Shuts them off. And there's a delay before they all shut off. It takes about 15 seconds before all the horn strobes stop. But they did stop this time. Do a reset of the panel. It takes 30 seconds. Panel's normal. Okay. Move on to the next circuit. Do that. Alright. Everything's fine. Nice. So then we get through the whole building and we leave for the day. Everything's done. Now, the epilogue for this story is that a month and a half later, after school had started up, the school tried to do a fire drill. The horn strobe sounded for a little bit. Kept going, kept going. About... not cough. About 30 seconds later, the horn strobe stopped. Okay? Totally silent. And they're trying to do a fire drill. They can't get the horn strobes to turn back on. They're just stopped, not doing a damn thing. Okay? Reset the panel. Call for emergency service. The technician on the site confirms the same thing. Reboots the panel and it's normal. So, when when someone asked in the comments what was the craziest thing I ever saw, I said, how about the Simplex system that self-destructed? Well, this panel's programming self-destructed until it was rebooted. So, yeah. What the heck, right? Why would it do that? That's just wrong. So, this video is approaching 15 minutes long, and my iPhone is probably going to run out of memory, so I better cut this video off soon. So, I'm going to have to do a little bit of editing probably. But have a nice day, everybody. I'm doing server alarm. Okay, in case I still get time to tell it, I want to tell this last story. This was yet another Simplex 4100U, which a lot of people love the 4100U. I say it's a great panel and stuff, but I've had grief, and lots of grief with these systems, okay? This was a 4100U being used as a conventional system replacing another old notifier system. However, they kept the original zones. They replaced all the smoke detectors with brand new conventional true alarms, which I now call conventional false alarms. So, go up to the 16th floor of this high-rise apartment building, and it's voice evac. Do some testing. Testing, zone 3, 3. Testing, zone 3, 3. Okay. 16th floor is fine. 15, 14, 13. Get down to the 13th floor, and then we keep hearing the zone for the 15th floor going back into alarm. Like, okay, something's wrong. Stops for a while. Comes on again. So I go back up the stairs and to see if there's a fire on the 16th floor. No fire. Good. So I go down and reset the panel. It's no longer doing it now that the panel's on walk test. Okay, well, take the bell circuits off, let it sit for a while. Suddenly the panel goes into alarm. Does the voice evac, but we have the circuits turned off, so they won't do that. Go around, it says first floor. Eventually look around, found a smoke detector on the first floor that totally randomly, completely randomly decided to go into alarm for absolutely no reason. Conventional smoke detector. Went into alarm without any reason. Okay? Alright, reset the panel. Goes back into alarm again. Take the smoke down and clean it. It's fixed after that. Now what about the 13th floor? We go back to testing, and the 13th floor goes into alarm again. Found another Simplex true alarm smoke detector. Went into alarm. Totally random. No smoke, nothing. Cleaned the head, put it back up. It was fine. So, yeah. I'm not really that big of a fan of Simplex anymore because I've seen so much crazy crap going on with Simplex. So, I guess that's the one more story. So now this is the real end of the video. So, oh yeah, I should probably say the answer to the question of the day from Wednesday. Public mode and private mode. The definitions of public mode and private mode. Public mode refers to any area in the building where the general public would go, such as hallways or convention centers or cafeterias or retail stores. Private mode refers to areas that only specific people would go, such as employees or lab techs or residents. So, there are specific requirements for strobe lights for public mode and private mode, as well as audible devices, and these are all in NFPA 72 for those that want to look. So now, I don't have a question of the day for today, so I guess that's it, everybody. Have a great day.